Today is going to be quite a personal one, quite an open one from quite a hard time in my life. I've done a few miscarriage related videos in the past on my channel. I've done my miscarriage stories 1, 2 and 3. I've also done a miscarriage Q&A, which I will link all down below if you want to go and catch up with those. But today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. It's basically something that makes me feel better about the losses. It's a keepsake box. Now I know this may not appeal to everybody, it may not be something that everybody that has a miscarriage feels they need to do, but for me, for my losses, this is something that I like to do. I will carry on to do in the future if I have any more losses. I will add to this box, but it means a lot to me, this box, because this is all I have left of my 3 pregnancies, my 3 babies, my 3 children. This box right here. This is a tin that Reese's mum gave me for Penny, I think it was, just to keep some little of her dainty little things in. But when I saw it, I just thought, I can't give this to Penny just yet because this box looks special to me and I want to put some special things of my own in it at the moment. And I'm very open on this channel about miscarriage, so I don't feel in any way odd about sharing it, if you know what I mean. But let's get on. So I'll start off with a few little things. Now I can't remember what we bought this for, but I know it was for one of our babies. It's a little, like, not china, what would you call this? I don't know, but it's a little very ornamental Tigger. It's very, very cute. Not sure which pregnancy this was for, I can't remember, but I just know it was a keepsake that we bought. Put that there. This is a little donkey, again, a little ornament for my second loss, the one that we reached about 13 weeks. My mum actually went on holiday and she brought this back just as a little present for baby. It was when she went to Rhodes. This was the pregnancy where I was led to believe that I was pregnant up until about 13 weeks. I went to my scan and the baby had actually died at 7+ weeks. So we have this little donkey and it's very sweet. I'm getting choked up already, goodness me. Again with the second loss, this was my hospital bangle that I wore when I went for my D&C, so I kept that. This was very hard. I remember when I had to cut this off, it was quite a bit of a gut-wrenching moment because I was out of hospital, I was empty, and it was just like the last slap in the face kind of feeling. I remember that. So it just has my name on, my hospital number and stuff like that, so I kept that. This is an item, a very dirty and old stained item. It's just discoloured and gone a bit manky, but this little outfit here is a little Christmas onesie that my little brother Ashley was going to wear. So this would have been my mum's baby, and when we were going through the clothes, packing them away, because obviously he passed away at 18 weeks, and I was there and I held him and he was very much part of my life, that I felt like I wanted to keep something of his to remember, and that loss really did affect me. I kept a little teddy and I used to put this on the teddy and I used to cuddle him at night. God, that makes me upset because this has had a few tears on. God, sorry. Yeah, so I kept this and this means a lot to me. Stop crying, I'm only 2 minutes in this video. Right, okay, this is a keyring. I don't know if you'll be able to see. That's me and Reese at the Sea Life Centre in Brighton. We actually went on here after my D&C operation, again with the second loss, as sort of like a break to sort of clear our minds and get a bit of joy back into our lives. I was still quite bumpalicious in this video. I did have a good bump at 13 weeks pregnant, and if you would have seen a better picture of me standing up to the side, you would have seen I still had a baby bump. So this is kind of a bittersweet picture of me and Reese because we were having a really good day together. but it was also a very sad time. The next items might be a little bit weird to some of you, but to me it's the only evidence left that says that I was pregnant, that my children did exist, and to be honest I've got no shame in keeping them. So I know they're going to look minging because they're a couple of years old now, but these are my pregnancy tests of my pregnancies that didn't make it. And as you can see, they are still all positive. It just makes me feel like it did happen, they were real. As you can see, these are real pregnancy tests that have mouldy urine on, but they were my babies, and that's all I have left. So we'll put them there. And this one is the best looking one actually. This one just looks fine. This is the pregnancy test I took with Penny, and as you can see it is still positive, and I put this one in here because it's like a sweet reminder that a good came out of all of this. Every item in here is quite painful, but this one brings joy. So when I look through the box, I can just remember that something good did come out of it. I only seem to have the paperwork for the first and the third miscarriage. I don't know where the paperwork is for the second. I don't know if they kept my notes because obviously I went under a procedure. I don't really know, but all I know is that I've got some paperwork here for my miscarriages. So I'll just read a couple of little bits from each one. So this was the 14th of the 11th, 2013. I can't really read it, it's so badly photocopied. So something about probable early intrauterine pregnancy for scan. So this says basically to come back Monday with the consultant to rule out an ectopic pregnancy. Loads of measurements, yolk sac visible, something mass, early something pregnancy at 2 p.m. for viability. I don't know what any of that means, but that's when that happened. Okay, so this one was the 15th of the 11th, 2012. This one says cramping pains, bleeding, pain, and it just says like the score. It was like 2 to 3.5. Not indicated as negative scan. So basically it means when I did the pregnancy test there that it actually came back negative, so I had lost the baby. Early pregnancy miscarriage, discharged, on your way, you're not pregnant, that was great. So this is another one. I went in for bleeding. There was a yolk sac visible, fetal pole not visible on scan today, ovaries normal, no adnexal mass or free fluid or tenderness, repeat scan in 2 weeks. But obviously everything did not turn out well. So that's some paperwork that I kept. I haven't got all of it, I don't know where it all went. This seat's making a horrible noise. Okay, so obviously during those few years when I lost the pregnancies, Mother's Day occurred a few times, and I have a really nice boyfriend that remembered that I am a mother even though I didn't have my baby with me. I'd actually lost my babies, but it didn't take away the fact that I was a mum. So he got me this Mother's Day card, which was probably the nicest thing that he could have done. He got me a few little things like a teddy and stuff like that over the years as well. But yeah, he really went out of his way to make Mother's Day special for me, even though it was a really hard time. So I'll read you the card actually because, you know, why not? It says, "Happy Mother's Day. Mum, there's no one in the world as wonderful as you. You seem to have a special touch with everything that you do. You're kind and inspirational, so gentle yet so strong. You simply cope with everything, whatever comes along. So may all your dreams and wishes that you long for come your way, and here's hoping that you truly have a lovely Mother's Day." So that's very sweet, but not as sweet as what Reese wrote inside. Okay, so I haven't actually read this since the losses, so let's just read it. Mummy, I know you don't feel like a mummy anymore, but you will always be my mummy. I couldn't have asked for such a loving and caring mummy. The time I spent with you and Daddy was brief, but I know that if I was still in your tummy, I'd be the happiest baby ever. But just because I'm not with you anymore, Mummy, I'll always be a part of you, and I'm looking over you every day. Me and Daddy got you this teddy. When you're upset or sad and you think of me, hold the teddy like you would have held me. I love you, Mummy. To Mummy, with lots of love, happy Mother's Day. Lots of love, Pippi and Daddy. How cute. So that was the card of... I can't speak. So that was my first Mother's Day card, basically. Pippi was my first loss, so this would have been my first Mother's Day. Yeah, so that's everything that was in my Miscarriage Keepsake Box. Whoa, that was emotional. So that's everything that was in my Miscarriage Keepsake Box. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you found it useful and maybe think you're going to give it a go, maybe you can keep it in your mind for anyone that does have a miscarriage in your life, that you can maybe think about this video and recommend that they do one. That would be really cool and nice for them, because it is a good comfort for me that I have this box, and I hope maybe it brings some comfort to someone else. And thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye!